bag.
Yo,
Yeah,
yo, yo, yo,
yeah.
yo. Late
We
night
back.
tip, man. Late
We
night
back.
tip. It's 3 minutes to 10. Hope y'all had a great day today, man. Hope y'all Sunday was filled with joy, man. Cause look, I've had a crazy last 5 days. I know y'all haven't seen me on the airways, man, for about since I think Tuesday or Wednesday. Um, Anniversary week, man. So had to chill with the wife for 5 days, enjoyed myself.
That's
Took a
beautiful,
trip
though, bro.
north, took a trip to North Georgia, man. I've been there a couple of times, man. So it's just all about pouring into what you love, man. So
That's right. That right
yeah,
on, brother.
right. So yeah, and thank y'all, man, for the kind words. I truly appreciate it, man. Oh, and I didn't forget. Um, also thank y'all for the birthday gifts. I truly appreciate it. Y'all gave me enough to go out and buy me something nice, man. So on my birthday,
Yeah, yeah.
Monday come next month, I'm gonna go out and buy myself something nice, man. So I thank y'all for that. But
No,
Chris, what's good, man? It's been a couple days, man. I know you've been busy with CBS.
man, I've been busy with a lot of stuff, bro. It's been my goodness. I've been running rapid. I'm talking about feet dealing with FIFA and Fox, Dream and CBS, like you said. To be honest with you, overall, bro, I have worked to what about 13 days straight, honestly, going off of about 4 and 3 hours of sleep and then getting back up early and then going out again. Cause I don't know what it is about me. I cannot go to sleep just immediately. Like some folks, like I got homies and everything that like
I can't
put
do it.
their head down and we can be talking or something like that. The next thing you know, they sleep. Or like those homeboys, you driving in the car, y'all talking like for a second, then all of a sudden they just out. Like I do not have
I
that
ain't gonna lie.
ability.
I ain't gonna lie. Now I said I can't do it, but I'm gonna be honest. If I didn't sleep the night before and I stayed up all night, you know, watching TV, playing video games, or doing YouTube videos, I wake up the next morning, stay up for about 2 or 3 hours, and then the next thing I know, I'm downstairs just sitting up, sleep on the sofa. I ain't.
Yeah.
That's the only way. But just straight going to sleep off the rip, I can't do it. I just got to be tired and wound down. I just can't. No, I just can't fall straight asleep. That just ain't me. But if I'm
Yeah.
tired enough, yeah, I do it. Uh, 23. Yeah, that was sad, man. Um, Let me take time out to talk about this. Rest in
Yeah.
peace to Ella, bro. Like he said, man.
That,
But see, I talk about this all the time because I personally have been dealing with it since I've been on this earth. So I knew exactly what he was going through. Um, if you look at one of the older interviews of DGB, and if y'all don't know what that is, that's an Atlanta-based podcast. Dirty Glove Bastard. I think he changed his name because YouTube, made him change his name. But he interviews celebrities, mainly musical artists, on the porch where they sit on the steps. They do the interviews. And about 2 years ago, he disclosed that he had kidney failure, and
mm,
it came from drinking lean. And if y'all don't know what lean is, just go Google it and y'all will see what is exactly mixed with. I probably can't see it on air because they
mm, mhm.
yeah. So just if you know what lean is, you know what it is. But not gonna hold y'all. He talked about kidney failure, taking dialysis 3 times a week. A lot of us didn't even know this because I've seen him in interviews the last couple of years. He looked a little bloated and overweight, and it started to cross my mind a little bit because I've actually dealt with it. Like I said, I've been, had kidney failure since birth. So I know. I've had 2 kidney transplants. And when you talk about dialysis 3 times a week, it's no joke. Some days you can go in there with energy, but some days they may, drain too much, fluid off of you. And some days you just can't stand up. Some days I was so weak, took me 25 minutes to drive home, and in the clinic went down but like 8 or 9 minutes down the street.
Mm.
It's that bad, man. So to know that he was dealing with that, I prayed for him, man, because when I first heard about it, I said, man, this gonna be hard because I knew it. And me being on dialysis twice, once as a teenager from the age of 19 to 21, and then going through it again in 2009 and 2010. I got another transplant in 2011. I've been okay since. February the 4th had made it 15 years for me. So I've been blessed. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, man, please take care of yourself. Because I know. I see people around here just drinking and smoking and taking their health for granted. I never had that choice to do that. And Chris know what I'm talking about.
Oh
Berto
yeah.
know what I'm talking about. I never had a chance to do that. So please, please take care of yourself, man, because tomorrow is not promised. And there's no reason to speed those days up by out there doing drugs, drinking stuff that you know gonna damage your body and things of that nature. And I'm not nobody daddy, but I'm just telling y'all from experience. Stop taking y'all health for granted, man. And he said that in that interview. Stop taking your health for granted because we just don't know what tomorrow gonna bring, man. We just don't know.
Fact.
Trust me. Trust me. It's no joke. Trust me, it's no joke. And one last thing, I'm gonna tell you how real it is. Me and Chris, and I'm just using you for an example.
Mm.
Me and Chris could be talking on the phone one night. Chris say, "Hey man, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep early, man." Go to the clinic 2 days later. Why Chris didn't come in? He told me he was tired the other night. Well, that same night, Chris just didn't wake up. That's how real it is. I've seen that on I know 10 occasions over those 2 years. Be talking to somebody right sitting next to me, and the next treatment 2 days later they gone. I'm telling you, it's real out there. Please stop taking health for granted. That's all I have to say because I know from experience. But let's get back to these sports, man. What we gonna kick it off with? What we gonna kick it off with?
Um. Shoot, man. I know. Shoot, I know we had a couple topics that
Oh,
we
I mean,
actually
I
catch
mean to be
me up
rude.
on.
Go on and shout the chat out right quick if you can. I don't mean
Oh
to be
well, yeah,
rude,
man.
but
Definitely
I'm
want to
sorry
shout.
about that. But see, I get into that mode, man, and start, life experience, man. And a lot of people say I should have been a life teacher, but hey, I mean, hey, I'm telling you, it's rough.
Yeah,
DBG, appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you.
and the
Go.
whole purpose of what we was talking about too is just R.I.P. to Alley Boy, man. You just never know what people going through, man. And still the tender young age of 45. 45 is not old. So
Nope, because I just turned 47, so it's not old. Yep.
so there you go. Willie Dot, what's happening, man? He said both of y'all got the glasses. Melvin, how you feeling? DBG, of course. Usain Bands. I like the name. But what's happening? And Robert Blackman, as always, what's going on? Silk. Okay, yeah, Silk. Yeah, that's everybody right now. And everybody who's watching who hasn't commented, what's up? What's happening to you as well? But
Hey,
yeah,
DBG, God is awesome, man. He's awesome. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I mean, look, I've been through it, man. And some days, I when I do the YouTube videos for y'all, Chris will tell you. Some days I don't even have full strength to do that, but I push through it to make sure y'all got the information. I push through it to make sure y'all up to date on everything. And I'm make sure y'all get my take on it because eventually I'm gonna get a DM or I'm gonna get a YouTube comment and say, "Hey man, what you think about this? Hey man, what you think about that?" So I jump on it before y'all even ask. And I appreciate y'all for keep supporting me, man. It's just not easy, and I'm telling y'all, it be people on here calling me paraplegic and all of that, and handicap. I don't care about that because at the end of the day, they gonna have to pay for that, and that may end up being them down the road. And trust me, I've
no,
seen it. So yeah, I mean they can talk, man, but I don't care about that, man. Trust me, I'm good. They can call me what they want, but at the end of the day, man, I'm blessed and I'm loved by the people I need to be loved by. Trust me on that. Go
facts,
ahead.
man. But shoot, man. At the end of the day, I know we got a few things we had to talk about. We had a few things we had to catch up on. Again, like you said, you was doing with the anniversary thing, which is a beautiful thing. And then, like
That's
for
22
myself,
years.
Yeah, man. Like for myself, I just been working so much, man. That FIFA, and then we out there in the sun too, because I was at the little remote spot. Uh,
Boy,
and out then I was on the actual game day. I'm going back and forth from inside out there at the Home Depot, going inside to the building, doing things. And boy, it was a lot of back and forth. But all the well, fun. I would do it again 100 times over.
oh,
But
that's an unforgettable experience. Just that's
yeah, man,
yeah,
FIFA, man,
take that in, man. I know it's work,
biggest thing in
but
the
in the end,
world, biggest event
yeah,
in the
it's a
world.
blessing. Hey, I'm telling you, you might not believe me, and the people in the chat will tell you, your breakthrough coming soon, bro. I just see it, and I've told you that many times.
Man,
It's a process. It's a
it
process.
is. It is. Patience is definitely a part of that process, and I know I've been getting built
Appreciate you
up
taking.
to it though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know. You know what Chris had to do? He had to get that goddamn leg up. Yeah,
Yeah,
he had to run back and forth from the building to the Home Depot backyard.
hey
He had
man,
to
I'm
get them
just
damn
saying.
legs up and move them legs.
Hey man, I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to move a little faster. Sometimes you got to trot a little bit. If you're just trying to get there faster. But one thing about it, I tell you, I did enjoy going back and forth, but I had to make sure I was hydrating, didn't play with it. Man, I was
Boy,
man, I'm talking about I was eating fruit and drinking water and all that good stuff. Just making sure I had protein, all that good stuff. Man, it gets man that Georgia humidity is nothing like it. Well, it's
oh,
well actually
I
Miami,
was
is,
out there the weekend. Yeah,
but still. But yeah, man, let's talk. We talking about life, which ain't bad. It's not a bad thing to talk about life. But yeah, let's get into some Falcon talk.
yeah.
Okay,
This
so Atlanta Falcons at 4. What this is, Smitty? This is something you brought to
oh
my
oh yeah, this ESPN and the ESPN they gave their rankings from coaches, execs, and scouts and all that. Y'all remember I gave y'all the position battles that they put up for the top 10.
hmm
Then they put up the combos, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and just weapons pretty much. And they gave a top 10. And the Atlanta Falcons surprisingly ended up at number 4, where it's not a surprise to us
Right,
because we know what kind of talent we have on offense.
right.
But at the same time, I'm surprised that they actually gave us these kind of rankings. And look, as much as they diss us and disrespect us, I'm telling you, it was just a surprise to me. But
Mm. I
the
see that ranking there.
ranking right now is number 9 last year. The year before that, they
hmm
were number 10. And this
hmm
year, the preseason, they're ranked number 4. And right quick, it says after years of waiting, the Atlanta top 3 picks finally put it together the sort of season the Falcons had imagined. It's crazy because all of these guys were taken in the top anywhere from 4 to 8. Well, from 4 and 8 because
hmm
London and Bijan was number 8 and Pitts was
hmm
number 4. And they weren't able to prepare Atlanta to the playoffs or even with a winning record, but it would be difficult to join too much blame for the disappointing campaign and efforts of the team's 3 best playmakers. And it's not all their faults. One, they weren't used properly, where they didn't have a quarterback to be consistent enough to put them in the end zone like they were supposed to be. Because Bajan has double-digit touchdowns, but Drake and Kyle have never had double-digit touchdowns, and all 3 are capable of having double touchdown season all at the same time. And Bajan could be the next 2,000-yard rusher, or he could be the next 1,000-yard rusher and receiver. Drake could be a 1,500-yard receiver. Kyle could be anywhere from 1,000 to 12 to 1,300 yards, all in the same season. But it says it seems entirely plausible that a repeat could be in the cards in 2026, and that's not good. Had struggled to generate big plays during his first 2 pro seasons, but anyone watched the star at Texas knew Robinson had those sorts of runs in him. And I told y'all before he even was drafted, the way the Falcons offseason was going that year, I knew he was going to be the pick. That was the only position that they did not pretty much upgrade. They had Tyler Algier, and they knew having another guy complete that dynamic duo was the best move. But they saw that he arrived last season when Robinson scored 81 and 93 yards out. His explosive play rate jumped to 12.6. He told y'all he was working on that. I figure that his versatile back should have no trouble matching if healthy in 2026. And he's had 1,400 yards the last two seasons. And guess what? I'm thinking anywhere from 17 to 2,000 this year, depending on how they use him. Now, he does have Brian Robinson in the backfield, but at the same time, I've seen stranger things. The only knock you can pin on him is his blocking, and that's true, which is being considered here. And his issue with fumbles, yeah, he does fumble a little too much in my opinion. But right quick, what you tell me what you think about that first section of the
Um,
article.
yeah, talking about old Bijan, man. Supposed to play right. That's great. Yeah, the versatile back thing. You know, I mean, I somewhat understand with the blocking. I mean, some of that has to do with some of the stature, but I've seen him also lay guys out with blocks as well too. I've seen him pick up good blocks at the same time. So it's like, yeah, everybody can get better at blocking. I can't say his blocking is terrible. There are people that are bigger than him on the team that doesn't even block as good as he does. So I mean, what do you say about them? Um, the fumbles, I've talked about that myself, Smitty. You know it. I've mentioned it.
Oh yeah, no
Got
doubt.
killed for it myself, and I talk about it because I say it's not just the fumbles; it's when he fumbles, it's where he fumbles,
Yeah,
and there,
at the most inopportune times.
yeah, it just sometimes, and sometimes it's like that, for some guys, some guys just fumble all the time. I mean, he's not one of those guys. We don't have to mention that in that regard with him, but still, I get it. I feel like he'll get better at it. I feel like a little bit of it comes with his style of play, and his shiftiness and the way that he carries the ball. Sometimes you'll see Bashan, some kind of like bringing that ball out. You know what I'm saying? And then if somebody's close by, they could possibly punch it out. So, but regardless, Bajan Robinson is him. Bajan Robinson going into 2026 is the best running back. And honestly, other guys are going to have to prove otherwise to me, in my opinion. And I think that sentiment is still around the league as well. When you just look at it, you think of Atlanta Falcons. I think the first thing they do think is Bajan Robinson, just to be honest. So,
Agreed. Agreed. And yeah, and like I said, he's had 1,400 yards the past two seasons and double digit touchdowns both seasons.
yeah.
And he's already, I think, top five. He's number six actually, uh, on the touchdown list and the rushing list. He's number six. He could pass Devontae Freeman and Jamal Anderson with 1,400 yards this year. So
Mhm.
he's moving up the record books pretty fast. And a lot of y'all get mad when they say he's the best Falcon running back all the time already. I don't agree with that, but the pace that he's going,
I say
he
he's
could
on pace.
he could break I would say the team record in the next 2 to 3 years, which would put him
Yeah.
at about 7 years, six
Yeah,
or 7 years.
I'm gonna be
So
real with Smith, I'm gonna be
go ahead.
real with you. Bajan, let's say Bajan is in a Falcons uniform for let's say 10 years, right? Just imagine all the records that it would help being attached to that. Let's just imagine like all the records that he'll break, so in that 10-year span, because he's already doing a lot in the first couple of seasons.
Right.
So like he would probably have records that would be darn near impossible to get to as a Falcon franchise,
Facts.
depending depending on how direction goes. But yeah, man. Again, like I say, you think about the Falcons. I'm pretty sure around the league they're thinking Bijan Robinson, but they also should be thinking about this guy right here, Mr. London.
Right. And they said London
Yeah,
been elite wide out for a couple of years now. And that's saying a lot
yeah,
because last year he was on pace to have a record year, a career year last year,
he
but
was
that PCL injury, severe sprain, made him miss 5 games, and he fell short of 1,000 yards. But they knew at the pace he was going that they could pay him. He got that, I think it was 5 years, 140. So
mhm,
yeah, so he
one.
finished seventh in receiving yards per game and ninth in yards per route run, all with Michael Penn and Kirk Cousins at quarterback. He was 12th by both metrics the prior season. The Falcons were the league's fourth most run heavy offense, and that says a lot. And that only because they really didn't have anyone outside of London, and Pitts was being hurt, and and not being 100%. So it picked up last year,
Yeah,
and it said the neutral game scripts last season. So if new coach Kevin Stefanski airs the ball a lot more often in 2026, London could have a first team All Pro season. I absolutely agree with that. Right, quick, what you think?
absolutely, man. Drake. One thing about it, he hasn't had a more consistent quarterback, somebody that can really just get him the ball over his first couple of seasons. Yeah, he had Kirk Cousins and he had Michael Penix, and honestly, that is the best that he's been able to do so far. But you play with who you can play with. Not everybody has a Joe Burrow. Not everybody has, even a Sam Darnold. I'm saying, just bringing it down to that level as well. Uh, at the end of the day, Drake is doing the best that he can. Drake is mostly durable. Yes, that
Facts.
PCL, that was like the first major thing that really has happened with Drake. Outside of that, it's like you got to really fight that man to keep him out of the uniform. Like coaches have talked about that multiple times. Like he is. Like I understand. Uh, Drake is a hard nosed guy. So he's one of those tough guys, ready to get in the mix, not afraid for any contact. Really doesn't shy from it. Really looks for it, and most times initiates it on 50-50 balls. We already know that guy's really 80-20. He's a physical,
Facts.
big body receiver, and his only downside is the fact that he doesn't have top speed, and he's not like a speedy guy or anything like that. But one thing about it, possession wise, get you to the sticks, get you a 20 yard, 30 yard bomb, depending on, well, not, no, that's not a bomb, but you know what I mean. But 30 yard play, depending on
I
how the
get your ass.
play develops, you know what I'm saying? Drake will still get downfield. And of course, this past season in that power slot, that right there, man, really opened up things for him last season as well. So it just Drake, man, he is a guy that I'm glad he's on the Atlanta Falcons. I know at the time I wanted Garrett Wilson, but I'm glad we have Drake London. We have a tough guy. We have a guy that he legit has to be hurt, and even if, when he's hurt and he thinks he can come back, he's about ready to, what I'm saying, to still, try to get out there. You got to still kind of fight with him. You want guys like that and leaders of the locker room like that.
Facts. The most
KP,
tenuous projection might belong to Pitts, and that's true. Who had been struggling to recover from early career knee issues before getting back on track in 2025. We talked about this on the show many times. He
right?
benefited from London's absence late in the season, racking 24 catches for 338 yards in a 3 game span. That was incredible. And the crazy thing is, like we told y'all, me and Chris said it.
Mm,
You implement him in the game plan, just see what happens. Kirk Cousins, I'm gonna just say it. He really didn't care too much about Pitts that first season because he was being overlooked. But when he figured out that Pitts was the mismatch, which we already knew, he found a way to give him the football and even make him look like a better quarterback. And crazy thing is, before we go on,
mm.
I'm hearing rumors that Kirk Cousins could be the starting quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders for the entire 2026 season. They're gonna let
Why you
Mendoza
say
sit, and that really doesn't make sense to me. But we
Why
are talking about the Raiders. Shout out to my boy Leo. But yeah, it's crazy. But it's said the ability to produce like a wide receiver for any stretch of time is rare among tight ends, and that's true. The only guy that I remember to me, well, I give you three on.
Right.
I would say Tony Gonzalez. He was physical, but he moved like a wide receiver in short space. Antonio Gates, one of my favorite tight ends all time, very underrated.
I forgot.
Jason Witten is another one. Rob Gronkowski. I can just keep going on and on. One that a lot of y'all might not even remember because y'all might not be old enough. Britt Jones of the 49ers and Jay Novacek of the Cowboys. I can just go on and on. So when you have a tight end that can catch and move and produce at a high level, that's an added bonus because in early NFL times, mostly tight ends, all they did was block. I think Jerry Smith for the Redskins changed the game. Mike Dicker too, being the first 1,000 yard tight end. So it happens.
Mm.
But he it did hand him an extension. Pitt's knee injuries are really in the past. Stefanski offense has typically generated plenty of looks for players such as David Njoku. Should be able to create a runway opportunity for Pitts and another guy. Harold Fanning came over from Bowling Green. They drafted him last year in the second round. Breakout year. Rookie record for receiving yards and receptions by a tight end. And y'all know who the great tight end in Cleveland is, Mr. Ozzie Newsome. That says a lot. So if that's any indication as to Pitts uh, probably turning it up this year and going to another level, I would be so overjoyed to see that. But right quick, go ahead and give your thoughts on that, and then we'll close it out with that last line.
Well, yeah, man. Kyle Pitts, he's a weapon. We already knew that. The highest drafted tight end ever taken. Of course, had that season injury when he was dealing with the ACL and LCL, I believe that what it was. So it was just we didn't even know about it. It was multiple tears that
Right.
wasn't disclosed to us, and s- and of course that wasn't his fault either. That was a bad ball. I always say that
Marcus Mariota, yeah,
bad ball. But still, regardless, Kyle has battled back from all that. Kyle has battled through a lot of scrutiny, and it's in a lot of times where he should be targeted and he wasn't. So it's like it's two sides to the coin. But ultimately, Kyle has an opportunity. He's been paid, and he has an opportunity to prove that last year just wasn't a blip. Last year, is what pretty much with him coming into his own, him coming into being comfortable. The one thing that I am looking forward to is the fact that Kevin Stefanski does run a tight end heavy scheme, and it's the way,
facts,
yeah, man. And honestly, I'm hoping that it's going to benefit Kyle in a major way. So,
absolutely,
I'm looking for him to be the number two option, and moving forward, and I'm hoping for big things from Kyle. I'm hoping for big
facts,
things, brother.
facts. Y'all can drop them questions, drop them super chats if y'all got it, man. If y'all ain't, don't worry about it.
Yep.
It's a blessing anyway. But if y'all still drop them questions. My
Yeah.
boy DBG said if coaches get him involved, Tua plays well. Think Pitts could finally have a breakout year. We've been waiting on. Pitts should be the number one option in the pass game. DBG, how long I been saying that? How long Chris been saying that? When you got a mismatch on the field, you have to use that mismatch to any kind of you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you got your 1-2 punch with Drake and Pitts. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Two big body guys. Pitts is, what I'm saying, bigger and bigger than a lot of the safeties, a lot of the corners, faster than a lot of the linebackers. You got that. You got Drake London. You can line him up as you see anywhere, inside, outside, and he can still benefit. So you have your 1-2 punch with those two guys. It's just where are you going to go after that? So do you want to go Zachariah Branch, which honestly I'm expecting, even though he's a rookie, I am expecting Zachariah Branch to be used because of that speed. You got to have that speed out there and have like somebody like Branch or somebody like Jahan Dotson to kind of help be extensions of the run game. You also have
right.
guys like Cash Jones out there trying to convert from running back to a slot guy who possibly can give you something on special teams. But if he makes a team, you can also implement him in the offense as well as a speed guy. The thing about it is you want to be able to get down the field. You have Tua. You also have Michael Penix. I believe, what I'm saying, speed guys are going to benefit both of them. So and then of course having those guys can help them get the ball out their hands quickly as well. So bro, at the end of the
Facts.
day, like we just need to execute. So I'm looking at it on paper. The things could work out. Of course, things can go wrong. We already know that, but so I'm still optimistic about some Drake, Kyle, Bajan all working together under Kevin Stefanski's system. Somebody who is experienced, somebody who I believe can get all these guys the ball. And well, I mean, I know he's not coaching the offense, but of course he's going to be in the meetings, and he has that trio of, saying Reese and Enstrom and Van Pelt, has the command of it all with the footwork and everything that he's having the quarterbacks do. The quarterbacks are almost like relearning the position now. When you have guys like AVP and the rest of the gang out there, kind of like breaking down everything to the simplest form and like reteaching and retooling, and I love it, man. So
Facts.
yeah, man.
But another thing too, I think when Matt Ryan plays a bigger role in this, they're probably going to go back to their 2021 season, see how they utilized him, and see how they took advantage of NFL defenses. I think they're going to get back to what they did in 2021 with Kyle Pitts. And if it works, guess what? Hey, we talk about another Pro Bowl season. We talking about another all. We talking about an all pro season, and hey, that contract is going to pay off in the very first year, and that's a good thing because if it starts paying off early, it's going to get him confidence going into season after, and he could just break out to be this started. We pretty much thought he could be being drafted number 4, and then all the noise kind of dies down. But I gotta
Mhm.
say, what's up, Run, man? Happy birthday, my guy. Your
Well, yeah,
birthday
happy
was Friday.
birthday,
I
man.
knew it. My anniversary was actually Friday as well. So I was out. That's why I couldn't get back. I wasn't really messing with social media while I was gone.
Which,
So
as
happy
you
birthday.
should, sir. As you
So
should.
happy, so happy birthday, my guy. I hope all is well, and pray God bless you a minute more, my brother. But let's finish with this article right quick. And says a major drop off from the 3 to everyone else is on the roster. Although Bijan Robinson was a solid addition as the replacement for Tyler, the Falcons will go as far as their top playmakers can carry them from here. Whew.
Mhm.
I mean, it is true. It doesn't get any. It doesn't get any simpler than that. It is really not all them. It's going to be how far their coaches can coach this talent to get them where they need to be to that next level. Because we've been so close to breaking over that 10-win threshold to get to that division title, and teams in our division have upgraded. We've upgraded, but Carolina, as I said, they had a major offseason. The
Yeah.
Saints are getting better. The Bucks, they may decline just a little bit, but they still the Bucks and they still a division opponent. So everybody in the division pretty much is just as solid as the Falcons. It's about game planning and about going out there and just doing what you need to do.
Hmm.
But go
Well,
ahead,
well, well.
right here before you had anything left to say on that.
Oh no, man! I had everything I'm saying. Like again, I'm looking forward to this season, and the closer we get to training camp, I'm really looking forward to seeing like how the guys are going to be used. Just getting, of course, everything is going to be vanilla, we know, but still, just to see them out there running in pads and some making plays, man, I can't wait.
Agreed, agreed. Next Falcon topic, right quick. I know y'all have seen the Tyreek Hill Snapchat and tweet about him saying he misses his old friend. And the crazy thing about it, when he got to Miami, there was a little bit of tension because he felt like Tua couldn't throw the ball far enough to get him the ball. Because y'all know he liked them easy touchdown. He had Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, so that's what he was used to. So he
Mm,
had to adjust to Tua's arm just a little bit. But the best thing to do to adjust with not so strong arm strength is timing. So what Tua did, he started getting the ball a little bit more over the middle, more screens. But when he beat somebody deep, Tua threw the ball early, made sure he ran up under it. The rest is
mm.
history. Same with Jalen Waddle. So, Chris, my question to you and the chat: do you think there is any chance that the Falcons would look at Tyreek Hill? That's the biggest question because the talent is there. As I said in my video earlier today, y'all can go check it out. It's not a long video. When you talk about speed, Tyreek Hill has that. Yeah, he coming off of total reconstruction of his knee.
I'm like,
Still probably got 4.3, 4.4 speed after that, which is still blazing fast in the NFL. But is that enough to intrigue the Falcons and say, hey, we can get this guy for a good deal? Let's add more speed here. We brought in Olamide, we brought in Zachariah, we brought in Jahan Dotson. Why not one more speed guy to just take the top off the defense? What you think?
uh, I hear you, brother. We just drafted Zachariah Branch though. My
Same
thing,
type player,
my yeah, and okay. See now, Hill is from Douglas, Georgia. Okay,
South
and of
Georgia.
course, yeah. So this is what's going to spark something. I already knew it. I seen it. But my thing is, you already talked about total reconstruction. My thing is, bro, he suffered multiple ligament knee dislocation. First of all, and that included tearing your ACL, MCL, and your
PCL.
PCL.
Yep.
And he's already like 32 years of age. Like at one point in time, I kind of honestly I was intrigued by the idea before the injury. It was similar to the Kirk Cousins thing because I remember when we talked about it, getting Kirk when he was on that MVP like type, you know what I'm saying, season. And we was like, man, he may be out of there, you know what I'm saying. And, after that, the negotiations may not be there. And then boom, he, you know what I'm saying, he tears the Achilles. And I was like, okay, you know, that's kind of like damaged goods now. But he still came back. We were 6-3, you know, and then. But also you think about this too, like with Tyreek, you can have similar things. You said 4-3, 4-4 for speed, but can we prove that? Can we
I
prove that
mean,
he still
the
has
thing
that?
about it, man, all he has to do is get to going back and building up strength in that knee. Now he may not get back to full speed for about another 8 to 9 months, but
That
as far as him being productive, being able to go in and out of cuts, if he can do that at an effective rate and just be a decoy at times, but when they need him to run and make plays, he can do that. But I think having more weapons like Pitts and London will take a lot of pressure off him, which is why I think he could be, that much more of a weapon because they probably think, hey, he had a knee injury, he's not going to do much, but that's when he'll surprise you. Like I said, even though he has that leg injury, he can still probably run faster than most cornerbacks in the league.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I know, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But one thing about it is, it's a difference between running in a straight line, zigzagging, having to do all that. Now that he can still be able to do that, yes, I get it. But again, man, we have guys right now on the team that have speed. We have a guy like Zach Branch. And if you bring in Tyreek Hill, you might as well go ahead and say, well, you're limiting snaps and you're limiting targets. And we're just talking about on how Drake and Kyle should be like 1 and 2 as far as the targets. You bring in Ty Hill, that kind of disrupts some of that because even though he is 32, he is still used to being at least a focal point in the offense. And
Right.
I'm not sure he's going to want, if he's going to go out there on the field and run again, he's going to want to be running for a reason. You feel me? So it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, now you're taking snaps away from two guys that you just paid for a guy, you know what I'm saying, who's 32 coming off of a total knee construction. As much as I've always, you know what I'm saying, fooled with Tyreek Hill, the player on the field, because that speed is just was always blazing. And his workouts as well, too, to get that speed was crazy too. So it's just like, you know, he's a guy that puts in the work. So I don't doubt that he's going to put in the work. I just doubt the Falcons look at it because honestly, they would probably go at a different option first. I can see them looking at Debo Samuel first, even though it's not really even a guarantee that they even could get him or need him. If you just absolutely got to have a weapon that's not going to get in the way of the development, I believe you go after a guy. I said it before, like a guy like Keenan Allen. Go after somebody who can still make plays on third down. Go after somebody who is a route tree bandit and can teach all your guys better route running. Especially a guy like Zachariah Branch, who is going to be the youngest out of the bunch, who, you know, so you can probably groom the best. So it's just like, if you really just want to go add to this, go get a veteran. I know Keenan Allen is like 34, but again, if you put his stats up against a lot of second and third type receiver guys, he's blowing them out of the water, which is crazy.
Yeah,
So
Jerry Wright played the 40, so age ain't nothing but a number.
again, I'm saying he's not going to take a lot of snaps from you as well. He doesn't have to. You don't need him for that. You don't need him to be
Right.
your number one. You just need an extra weapon, you know. So when things get tight, again, and that's again if the Atlanta Falcons decided that they wanted to do that, they still don't even have to. In my personal opinion, they don't have to because you want the guys to develop. You want guys like Dotson to show that, hey, I belong in this league. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Darnell Mooney
That's
is.
why that's why I was gonna go with it because Matt Ryan already spoke highly of Jahan Dotson, so
Mhm.
they're gonna see what he has because like he said, they really haven't had the chance in Washington and Philadelphia because of who was there. But now yeah, you pretty much in the same situation with two good number one options as far as Pitts and London. But at the same time, you bring that element as far as speed, which they really haven't had the last 3 years.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean it makes so much sense. But
With the super.
we'd appreciate you, my guy, as always. What it said, good discussion. Tyreek would have made sense if we didn't get Branch, Oz, Dotson, pass on him, feed Drake, Bijan, and Pitts. Yeah, I mean facts. Feed your top three guys, and hey, just go from there. Appreciate the donation with it.
Yeah, Eric said, I don't think, yep, that's what I'm saying. We got Zachariah Branch, DBG. Would that be the same Tyreek, though? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Willie Amy, man, pink slip Will, man, what happened, family? They said we just need to take it one game at a time. Now, hey, man, that's my guy, Will, man. It's all good.
shout out to Will, man.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Hey, Miss Carrie, what's going on, Miss Carrie, baby? Catch her on one time for the fan or blowing up Twitter like she always do, either retweeting or putting out some Falcon content. You know what I'm saying? I think she got about 45,000 subscribers or something like this. So y'all make sure y'all go help her get to 46.
Right, we get to meet Miss Karen on August the 1st, man. She gonna be a
Yeah,
trading.
man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I promise I won't make you laugh. I promise.
Said Bijan in the passing game again, and I've
Take
talked about
pressure
that.
off. Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Him, Zachariah, so Zachariah being back there, you got some Jahan, then you got Brian Robinson. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm glad we
They
got
pretty
Brian
much the same
Robinson, man.
type player, man. They pretty much the same type player. Him and Bijan. Bijan just more athletic, faster, and quicker. But Brian Robinson is a short yardage guy. So I mean, look. DBG said Dawson was surprised this year. I hope so. He got a chip on his shoulder, and I think so too. So yeah, we'll see. Yuri,
Yeah,
what's up, my guy? Been a
my
while. Shout out to Yuri, man. Yuri will retweet everything I put on Twitter, man. Shout out to him. Always supporting your boy. He said,
yeah,
what's good, man? I think Zachariah is our Tyreek. Absolutely. And I said it in that video. Dave Clark, Zachariah is as fast as 4.3. So yeah, and we're gonna see it. She said, stop, Chris.
what, man? 45,000. You know what I'm saying? 900,000. Wrong with y'all, man. Get right.
Look at
Get
you, man. She said she can't wait to see us, man.
Oh,
Can't wait to see you, Miss Carrie. We're gonna have a
gonna
ball.
be
Trust
there.
me. Me and Chris was picking at me about eating a chicken sandwich on the news channel.
Yeah,
Man, I'm on TV with the new on the news station with the plate in my hand.
caught him
It never fails.
red-handed, or should I say bird-handed?
We'll say pray we get into a wild card.
Yeah, I pray we get
She's
better than a wild card. I ain't
Yeah, I
gonna lie.
want a divisional game. If we can get into a divisional game, that would be big. And the crazy thing about it, I think the further we go, the more dangerous we get. Because when you talk about the playoffs and that time of the season, cold weather, what dominates in the playoffs? The run game.
Mhm.
And we have two guys that can carry us through the playoffs. Quarterback just have to make the right plays. Miss Carey said, appreciate y'all. Hope everyone likes and subscribe to both channels. And she's absolutely
What
right.
she said.
If y'all like what y'all hearing, if y'all like what y'all seen on our channels, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hype up our channels, man. The more you hype up the channel, the more the algorithm pushes it. And look, I thought likes were good, but the
Mhm.
hype button even better.
Hey, man. Yeah, you gotta do everything that you possibly can, man. It's a battle on YouTube. It's like I don't know. It's like going to war for real, man, with YouTube, honestly. Because some days they can fool with you. My thing is, you can get on a nice little roll with YouTube. Honestly, I've seen it. I've been there.
I've
And all
done it.
it just seems like they just cut
Yeah,
you down like they got a samurai sword.
yeah,
My goodness. Thank you, Miss
yeah.
Carrie. Yeah, man. You know, she a little A1 for you. You know, little something light. You know, I'm just trying some things
Let
out.
me tell you, Chris, just go on and bless her with a hat. She says she like it. Go on and bless her with a hat.
Oh man. Okay, we'll have to see about working on that, man. What you got there? Okay. Yuri said I'm pulling up.
Yeah, yeah, we know we gonna see you anyway. Cause when he
31,
start,
81,
he he,
83,
start, he
88.
hey, he started nodding that head. It's over with. You know his own. Shout out to Yuri, man. 4-2. It was Zach ain't stumbled when he ran the 40. Yeah, it could have been a 4-2. He was flying.
Saying,
Yeah,
he said he was
we see
mad
it,
about
DBG.
that
We
too.
appreciate it, my guy. We
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
family. Real quick though, man. we got a different topic too.
Oh,
As
one more topic. Oh yeah, go ahead. My bad.
surrounded with Drake, man, and it's this is going to be very interesting, and I know we really in the meat of the potatoes of the show already, so it's just like it's going to get even better with this one because the whole argument was Drake being an honorable mention. Like ESPN had an article talking about the top 10 list of guys, wide receiver position. And when you look at the list, now I can't lie, there's a lot of names on there. I'd be like, I really can't argue with it. Like, I'm a Falcon fan, yes, but I'm a fan of the game. And when you're a fan of the game, you just got to keep it real. And a lot of those guys on that list, I'm like, okay. But then you start getting like more so toward the back of it, and I'm like, we can it's kind of subjective. It really is to me, and I know some
All
people
right,
may feel different.
right quick while I'm trying to load it up. I just want you to. I mean to cut you off, but I just want you to answer
Yeah,
this.
what you got?
What do you think their criteria are when they make these lists? Because I want to know. Because sometimes we talk about numbers, but numbers don't tell everything. Because when we talk about the greatest wide receivers all the time, when you talk about numbers, Julio don't match up in touchdowns. When you talk about overall talent, 300-yard games, and just an
Hmm.
overall nightmare, Julio
Hmm.
should be a top 10 receiver all time. And you can ask anybody that played against him. He was just as dangerous as Megatron. He was just as dangerous as Randy Moss. Well, why is he not in that conversation? What is the criteria when they put these lists together? That's what I want to know.
I really believe that wins and losses, I feel like plays into it. I feel like health plays into it. Touchdowns, yards, of course.
Right.
Um, maybe I don't know how many stats they go into it. I think whoever throwing you the ball may go into it as well. And of course, the market popularity goes into it. I mean, they're saying that this is scouts, coaches, and was it executives? I believe
Yeah, yeah,
executives.
yeah.
So it's like, this was all them. It wasn't necessarily like the players list, like, but sometimes that's not even in your favor. So uh sometimes that's not even in your favor. So
Right.
but my thing is I just want to know, with that list, are you guys feeling like that Drake London is a top 10 receiver, first of all? If you believe Drake London is a top 10 receiver, give us a one. And if you don't feel like Drake is a top 10 receiver, give me a two. I just want people honest opinion before we even pull up the other guys on the list. And we just pulled up another Smitty.
Yeah, it's two of me, man. I'm everywhere.
Oh, man. Okay. We got 2-1 so far. Bentley says one. DBG says one. Okay. Double J says two. We got a two. Okay. Hey, I'm just saying, hey, keep it real. Hey, I think is I want everybody to keep it real and give me their opinion. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Do we got that list yet, Smitty? What happening with it?
No, man, it's messing up. I
Okay,
don't know what's going on.
hold on. Why you didn't use the list that I had sent you on your text?
That's what I tried to use. I was trying to load it up so they could see it, but it didn't pull up. But I can call it out, man. Ain't no problem.
Yeah, I
I can
mean,
call.
yeah, I got the. Well, okay. Well, this is the names.
Yeah, go on and call it out because it won't load up for some reason.
So the names are number one, Jamar Chase, no gripe.
At
So
all.
Jefferson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, number three. Number four, Puka Nakua. Number five, Amon Ra St. Brown.
No problem with that.
Number six, CD Lamb.
I have a problem with that because I think George Pickens outplayed him last year.
Well, ain't that something? Because number seven is George Pickens.
I can roll with that because I see it. I pick Pickens over London, and that's no knock to London. Pickens
Mhm.
just a different animal. If he didn't get the big head sometimes and just get out of his own mental sometimes, he could be a top five receiver in the NFL. And I think going to Dallas was a mistake because when you have two number one receivers, that's going to be a gripe at some point. And it kind of bubbled up late last year. So yeah,
Interesting.
I'm taking Pickens over taking Pickens over London. I'm taking Pickens over CD Lamb too. Yeah, I said it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do like George Pickens more than CD Lamb. I mean, I like CD Lamb. Don't get me wrong. CDL is good, man. I'm not taking nothing away from
Glorified slot receiver. Keeping it real. Go ahead.
it. Okay, number 8, Nico Collins, a guy I do like.
Ooh,
Uh,
boy, that's a tough.
you know what I'm saying? Nico Collins. Number 9 is AJ Brown. And
Yeah,
then and
yeah,
then
another diva, another diva.
and then you got number 10, Devontae Adams. Now I like Devontae Adams a lot. I do,
I
but
got to give it to Devontae because his career.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
I
that's
got.
a career we're talking about right now, like top 10.
Yeah, he's a little bit. Yeah, he's a little bit past his prime.
I
But
my thing
I
is
could put
within the
Drake
top
right there.
15. I definitely have Devontae still in the top 15 just because outside of what I'm saying missing some games or whatnot, Devontae Adams is still one of those guys, man. But okay, um, so that's the top 10 list. Now again, we can't say nothing about Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, just in the last, okay, I went back as far as the last 2 seasons. So in the last 2 seasons, first of all, Drake London has played 29 games, 168 receptions, over 2,000 yards, and to be exact, is 2190 as far as the yards, 16 touchdowns. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so you got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Jackson Smith and Jigma have all played more games, 33, 34, and 34.
Right.
All of those guys have, well, Jamar Chase has over 3K in the yards, over 2,500 for JJ. And then JSN has close to 3K. He has 29, over 2,900. Jamar Chase has 25 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, 12 touchdowns. Jackson Smith Jigma has 16 touchdowns as well. And honestly, you look at that, that can be also something that could have went into those negotiations for that contract as well. He has just as many touchdowns as JSN and more than JJ. Now, you want to throw quarterback into that? I mean, Drake is probably going to say, "Cry me a river." I had Marcus Mariota and Taylor Heineke and Kirk Cousins
And Desmond Ritter.
and Desmond Ritter and Smitty and me and Big Low and it. Shout out to my guy Big Low, man. I'm
Shout
just
out the country.
yeah, man. I'm just my point is he only had a lot of guys, what I'm saying, who he just working with what he got. And
Hey, I
okay,
think Uncle Steve on the bench ready to come in.
I think I did see Uncle Steve in there one time throwing a rip. Um, but yeah, man. So okay, you got all those guys. They don't play more games than Drake. But fast forward, if we just go to the back of it, and when I say right there, Nico, AJ, Devontae, right?
Right.
Those are around in the same area. I mean, Puka Nakua has played 27 games too, but Puka has over 200 receptions and over 2,700 yards, and still only 13 touchdowns. But we know what Puka can do, and yeah, I can't argue with Puka. I'm sorry, but Nico Collins, AJ Brown, Devontae Adams. So I'm gonna have a little conversation with you because in the last 2 years, Nico has played 27 games, 28 for AJ, 28 for Devontae, 139 receptions for Nico, 145 for AJ, 145 for Devontae. All those are, what I'm saying, of course, below Drake. And you have 2,123 for Nico, 2,082 for AJ as far as yards, and 52 for Devontae Adams. Now Devontae Adams has 22 touchdowns. That's the only thing about it in the last 2 seasons, because of course
Right.
down that red zone, Matthew Stafford, who is his quarterback, by the way, make sure he gets him the ball.
How many
You
career
know,
touchdowns Devontae Adams have?
it's probably over 100 for real. It's got
Got
to
to
be.
be.
This gotta
Let
be
me see.
just off the top, not even thinking about it off the top of my head. AJ Brown has 14 touchdowns and Nico Collins has 13. Also, see now Drake would have a stronger argument if two things happened though: playoff appearance, and if he didn't get hurt last year, I think honestly he leapfrogs a couple of these guys because I mean he definitely would have more yards, he definitely would have more touchdowns and played more games, and I think that's
That's
something
crazy.
we talked.
Devontae Adams had 14 touchdowns and did not even have 1,000 yards or either 70
Yeah,
receptions.
he was their
That
red
is
zone
crazy.
target. He was a
Wow.
red zone. Remember, it was a couple of games I remember Devontae Adams like scoring like 30 and 40 something points in fantasy football because he down in that red zone and you know what I'm saying with the catches and stuff like that. And it may be a 5 yard pass, it may be a 10 yard pass, 8 yard, 6 yard. And regardless, man, it was a game we had like three touchdowns, two touchdowns, multiple occasions. Yeah,
He,
man.
100
Now that
he has
Devontae Adams,
100.
Devontae Adams,
He
I
has
know.
he has 117 touchdown receptions.
That's what I said. Definitely over 100. I knew he did.
So he's basically put himself in the Hall of Fame conversation.
Oh, Devontae's going.
Yeah,
You
he's there.
can you can forget that Devontae's
He has a
going. But if I'm
thousand
talking about
receptions.
present day guys, I mean,
Yeah,
and
over a
to
thousand
your point,
receptions.
I'm gonna even cater to your point because like we were talking about what possibly goes into it, and I'm looking at it. It may be games, it may be receptions, yards, touchdowns, like all those things must go into the categories. But you talked about CD Lamb, somebody who has played 29 games, just as many as Drake London, 176 catches for CDL compared to 168 for Draco. But CD Lamb has 2,271 yards compared to 2,190 yards for Drake. But when you get to touchdowns, Drake has 16 in the last two seasons. CD Lamb only has 9. So
Yeah,
if touchdowns are important to you, you know what I'm saying? Like right there is already a case for CD Lamb to be lower on this list in itself, too. He's the only guy on this list that they put on this list that has under double digit touchdowns.
right.
I mean, he just
Wow.
has to see it. But you said, man, he feels like a glorified slot receiver. Well, okay, I mean, he does have over 2,000 yards and a few more catches, so you know that can go into it as well. He gets down the field now. That's something
He
that's
does.
something
He
that you
does.
know that CD has is speed. He always has.
He does. Can't knock it. But yeah, Drake London. Did you
DBG,
did you
I say the same thing. They did nail the top five. I can't say nothing about it.
did you throw out the honorable mentions?
The honorable mentions, I did not mention the honorable mentions at all
Throw
because
them out
Drake
there
was
real
at,
quick.
but I will say this. Drake was at the very bottom of the honorable mentions.
Yep.
Like so that means that they put even more guys ahead of Drake London. Matter of fact, man, who the heck were the guys? Hold on. I'm sorry. I may need to pull that up.
Let me see if I can find it. Make sure.
I just
Uh,
want to know who the names were.
yeah, I got it right quick. I got it.
Okay.
I just got to go to it, man. It's at the bottom. It's a long ass
Yeah,
list.
way at the bottom. Just like crazy.
They said, "Where's you as long as line?" Okay, so the honorable mentions are Malik Neighbors, and I get it. Elite receiver coming off a torn ACL. He'll be back at full strength. Mike Evans, a future Hall of Famer. I get that part. Zay Flowers. Don't agree with that one. Good slot receiver, very fast. Catch and run is run out the catches elite. But can't agree with that one. They even have Tyreek Hill, who's coming off a torn ACL ahead of
All
Drake
right,
London.
all right. It's time to throw a ball. And blew all this up, bro. We're kind of
Okay,
messy.
okay, but I got to give you the reason why. They have him in an honorable mention. And it says an NFL coordinator. It don't say who, but that person said really solid in most areas. Great at the 50-50 catch, and we always talk about that. great in the red zone. He won't take the top off the defense, which we all know.
Mm,
More of a possession guy, and that's true
I
to a
mean,
certain extent, but really good in his role. He'll probably be more of a household name with a better quarterback play, and that's true. But the thing is, since you said that about him, wasn't Chris Carter a possession guy? Isn't he in the Hall of Fame?
Zach
Come on, man.
Robinson, is that you?
Yeah, yeah, you can go on and blame him. We gonna blame him. Yeah, we gonna blame him.
Is that you, Zach? Talking about coordinator. I got my eye on you, man. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but yeah, man, that was crazy list. Who was the last guy? Jameson
Arthur
Williams was the
Smith,
last guy.
is that
Yeah.
you?
So let me see 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They have him right at number 15.
So I mean, so they got him in the top 15, but he's just number 15. That's wild. Ty Hill, I'm talking about right now, and this is supposed to be the top guys right now. How do you put Tyreek Hill, somebody that got a whole new knee, ahead of Drake London?
Pass accomplishments, just like we talked about Devontae Adams. That's all it is.
Man, that is wild to me, man. I mean,
You really shouldn't even put
Zay
Malik Neighbors
Flowers,
there.
what do we do? Zay Flowers, they shoot. Baltimore is still waiting on Zay Flowers. How about that? Like, what
He
are we
finna get a new deal, so
shit, new deal? You need a deal or no deal. Malik Neighbors, I don't even get that one. Malik just got here.
yeah. But
Malik
sometimes,
ain't
hey,
put in no real work yet.
that's based on potential.
I got some potential for you, and I got two words for you. But man, I'm gonna leave all that alone. My goodness, man,
Oh boy,
Mike Evans. I don't disagree with Mike Evans. Mike
I
Evans, you
can't
can make
disagree
an
with
argument
that.
about Mike Evans being in the top 10. And I know last year kind of, what I'm saying, he was dealing with those injuries, but if they're going to put Tyreek Hill in there for and Devontae Adams in there, mostly for the longevity and what they can still do, even though Devontae should be there, all those touchdowns, they matter. You can't overlook that. But if they're going to do all that, I wouldn't be surprised. So that Mike Evans is up there. I say LSU
But
receivers, no
I'm
love.
a,
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If Mike Evans had to play with Tom Brady at least 2 to 3 more years, he would have Randy Moss type numbers.
I mean, the potential was definitely there. I mean, he was already putting up 1,000 yard seasons without Tom. So
But I'm saying those big explosive plays,
no, I get what you're saying.
something
No,
something
totally.
that he now don't get me wrong. Baker's a decent quarterback. Who else has Mike played with in Tampa? Who was the quarterback in the mid 2000s when he got there?
You see what Josh Freeman? No, I don't know if it was Josh
Was
Freeman.
it Luke McCown?
It might have been Luke McCown. It might
But
have.
yeah,
What was homeboy's name? Oh Lord. See, that's
if
one
y'all in
thing.
the chat, y'all throw it out there.
What I'm
But
saying?
yeah,
It ain't like they just had a bunch of good quarterbacks. What I'm saying, over their time. So it's just everybody don't get a Matt Ryan for years on top of years.
and it's the same. Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I remember 30 for 30. I do remember.
Yes.
I do remember 30 for 30.
Then you
But
got Ryan Fitzpatrick. So yeah,
yeah,
he
they had
yeah,
Fitz. That's who it is. They were going with the beard and all that
right.
stuff like that too. So yeah, Fitz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Josh
Josh McCown.
McCown was
Yeah.
down there too. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
had.
So
They've had
he
some
was
names.
pretty much in the same boat with Larry Fitzgerald. When he got his Tom Brady, just like Larry Fitzgerald got his guy Kurt Warner, it's the same thing. But they still
Right.
somehow got 100 touchdowns, 1,000 catches, 10, 15,000 yards. See, when you got it, you got it. So it's let's get it. What's up, my guy?
Was
But
that
yeah,
in
I mean, that's the thing, man, with these lists, man. It's just so, it's just so much that go into it. But when you taking away from one person and giving to the next person, but when that other person don't do it and that other person do it, then what do you do?
Well,
That's why I don't agree with these lists because there's gonna be some missing off. This player, this one overachieving, this one underachieving. So it's just crazy.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you.
But yeah, right quick. We got to switch over to basketball right quick.
We playing basketball.
We got know y'all heard about the trade today, and we got to get y'all thoughts on it because I know y'all been waiting. Um, Trade for the Atlanta Hawks today, man, is a big trade to me. And if you think about, come on, man, don't start stream your and this late. If you think about, man, this trade with the Hawks, man, I think defensively it set them up pretty good. Now they still have to go out and get a shooter, and there are still rumors out there that I think who is it, Chris, New Orleans and Sacramento
Oh man.
may unload talent later in the season at the trade deadline. And I'm gonna be honest, and I told Chris this: if it's not Trey Murphy, I'm not touching either one of them players on either team. For one, too many veterans, they're getting old, and they want too much money. But Trey Murphy, if you find a way to get him, oh, I'm for it because he a walking bucket, and it's something that you need. You need a scorer from the wing. So, I mean, hey, right quick, when this trade came through, what was your first thoughts? And y'all can follow along in the chat.
My first thoughts was like, wow, only 2 years for Zach. Um, to be honest, I
Facts.
mean that was my first initial thought because I'm seeing Zachary Ricochet going to Dallas. But oh yeah, how about Anzi though? Uh, I know, little man. I feel you. I wasn't going to say that, but I feel what you're saying about the developing
Oh, I
guys.
totally agree. I totally get it.
Uh,
But go ahead.
and I'm gonna be honest with you too. That remember, well, I don't know for those who possibly seen the interview to where they asked him about Zachary Ricochet and stuff like that. I really hate those type of interviews and those type of questions, especially when so you feel like a guy could be possibly on the way out or already rumored and stuff like that. And Ozzy saying, "Oh yeah, Zach is a part of our future, and so we're going to develop and all this stuff like that." And then boom, saying now Zach is gone. Now, on the other side of this, the Hawks on paper, I think, got better because they got Luke Dort. They all went double dipping in OKC, which is not a bad lake to to dip in. You went and got Wiggins, Aaron Wiggins at first. So you have Wiggins now who can give you some offense. And, he can give you some offense. Dort can give you some offense as well. But both of those guys calling cards, especially Dort, is clamping up. And so the Hawks are definitely bigger, better on the perimeter. All the way around, you got Wiggins, you got Nall, you got Dyson. So they got a lot of guys who can guard the perimeter. Now, you still need some more rim presence inside presence. I still feel that way, regardless, even with Jock and with Onyeka, of course. And still, I know Vasar. I like Vasar, but I still believe Vasar needs to go down to College Park first.
Yeah, he's
So
going to be at College Park 2 years, I think.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
he needs that. So and that's not a bad thing. I mean, and then
No, because
depending
he
on
has to
what
develop.
happens, if he
Right.
develops faster, maybe he comes up, gets a little playing time, sitting in the regular league. But ultimately, I still believe so I like the move. You're getting better on defense, but the thing that immediately went to my mind after seeing the fact that Ryan Nimhart, the brother of Andrew Nimhart that plays for the Pacers, he was added into this deal as well. The Hawks give up 3 second-round picks. So in total, the Hawks send out about 4 second-round picks and Zachary Ricochet, but they receive Lou Dort, Ryan Nimhart, Aaron Wiggins, and a second-round pick of their own. So, even with so the Hawks got better on paper. It's just what's coming next because something else is definitely coming down the pipeline, Smitty. Why?
I
Because
agree.
the Hawks have too many guaranteed contracts. They do have like a partial guaranteed contract as well, and I believe that's the Buddy Hill. But that's still more so like a guaranteed contract. You have 17 contracts. You own that's a no-no. You can only have 16. So another move has to be
They
coming.
waiting on Buddy Hill. That's what they waiting on. Let's keep it real. He's not going to be here. But
My thing
one
is,
thing,
you can't just cut them. You're going to have to trade them.
yeah, that's what they've been trying to do. They've been trying to
So
do that for 3 weeks, and nobody's biting on it. And what
oh,
they
no,
only
I don't
thing they
think
needed,
anybody's
I'm
putting on
telling you
him.
what they're gonna have to do. they're gonna have to trade for second round picks way on down the road, 4 or 5 years down the road. That's the only way the deal gonna go through. But the one thing that I love about these moves that they made for these three guys, they all play together on a championship contending team. So they know each other, know how to play together, and that's a positive. And you got guys like Dyson Daniels, now two of the better defenses in the league from the wing. So you add these three. Now Wiggins can shoot, but I just think you got to go out and get maybe. I don't want to talk about Sacramento and Zach Levine. I think Zach Levine's scoring would be the only reason why I would even think about bringing him in. But if I'm giving out,
Can't do it.
big deals, it will only be Trey Murphy because I know exactly what I'm getting for the next 5 years at least.
They want at least three first round picks for Trey Murphy.
They not getting that.
That's too rich.
They
I'm
not getting
sorry,
that.
that's too rich.
They
Three
not getting
first
that.
round picks that I better be getting Ant Man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying
Right.
like that's what I'll add three first round picks into a deal. It's gonna take more than that, just than that for Ant Man. But that's what I'm willing to do. Like, because I've already done something like that, and I've done that for DeJounte Murray. And even though, what I'm saying, still got mad love for DJ the player on the court and what he did, and just trying to be a man of the community, just saying all that stuff, guy in the locker room. Appreciate his time here, but I don't want to go through that episode again unless I know I'm getting something bona fide. Remember that guy named Bonafide on NBA Street? Remember how fire he was? Remember how you always want to pick him up? That's what I
Oh
want.
yeah.
I'm bona fide. So it's like, at the end of the day, man, like, that's what I would need. That's what I would need to be doing something like that. I like Trey, excuse me. I like Trey Murphy. I'm thinking about the remember old Troy Murphy. But anyway, but yeah, I was thinking
Golden
about
State. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and everything. But yeah, Trey Murphy though, man, I like him, but I'm not willing to give up part ways with three first round picks for him. I'm not. I'm
No,
sorry, I'm not.
absolutely not.
But regardless, the Hawks still are going to have to do something. The Hawks may have to give up a piece to in order to get off a piece to get something. You know what I'm saying? Like now, if they had bringing in Dort. That's a defensive guy, and I've been
Well,
seeing.
let me ask you this right quick.
What's that?
As I'm looking at the dynamic of things, and I'm gonna be real with you, if they took back Dyson Daniels another piece and maybe one first and 2 seconds, would you do that? Because the contract's going to match up. Because I think Dyson is what 150 million.
Nah, Dyson make you think he's at 25 a year. No, the highest contract we have is Jalen Johnson, which is at 30. Um,
Yeah, so
man,
yeah, I'm saying he's about 125, 5 years, 125.
I think that's what it was, something like that.
So that's
No,
125.
no, it
Yeah.
wasn't that much. It wasn't that much. It was about 110, like 100, something like that. It was something like that, I think.
Also, it was a little bit over 20 million.
Yeah, a little bit at 120, something like that. It was something where in that area. I don't have it right in my right. It's so many different contracts going through my head right now. That is, said I take a swing on Michael Porter Jr. here on a 1 year deal. I mean, they could have tried to swing that. I mean, it's all about the asking price for Brooklyn because I know Brooklyn was trying to get multiple firsts for him as well. And I just don't think Anzi wants to do that for certain guys, to give up those multiple firsts unless it's going to be, yeah, that's what it was. That 4 years, 100 mil. Yeah, yeah. Because I
25
thought
million.
he was going to get about
Yeah.
110. I knew he should get more than Herb Jones, but but to be honest with you, bro, Dyson is. I know Dyson is not. Uh, um, I guess like an all-star caliber guy, right? But at the same time, what he does for your team, I really don't want to get rid of that unless it's for again, probably like something bona fide again, man. Because he's
But you
so
think about what you just
regardless,
acquired,
even
though.
with
You just acquired another defender in Lou Dort to
but
go along
even
with him.
with that, I still think Dyson is a better defender, little bit than Lou Dort.
I agree.
Just a little bit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Lou Dort has that stature. You're not bullying him around at all. Dyson, I believe, has the speed and the in the wingspan and all that stuff like that. That's helped them. We know all that multiple times. Remember that one time that I can think vividly that has helped them was against that game against Boston when he had 28 points. He had a couple steals, just being a pest around Jason Tatum and all of them. Then another time when he got the deflection, on, or should I say, got the strip on De'Aaron Fox when we played the Kings when he tried to shoot up the game winner. And it was like, nah, just like that wingspan, got in right there. So again, I know he's not like an all-star caliber guy, but he's one of those glue guys that has just been so important. And think about
Right.
how the Atlanta Hawks started to shift when we first got Dyson Daniels. Y'all can't lie. The defense and everything got better. It was infectious. This man has like one of the coolest names in NBA, the Great Barrier Thief. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Uh,
for real, man, I love that name. And my thing is, most times he goes out there and does it. He most times always has at least one steal. You know what I'm saying? But I know he averages at least 2 to 3 steals. A game like that. You want a guy who's going to take the ball away. Now you have multiple guys. So you have the Lou Dorts who can take the ball away as well. You're having that because you're talking about shooting, Smitty, and I get it. But before you start talking about offense, you got to remember how the Atlanta Hawks play. A lot
yeah.
of times,
Tran-
especially the second
a
half
lot
of
of
the season,
a
they
lot of
use
skills in
the
transition offense. Yeah.
yeah, they use the defense to get into
Generate
transition,
offense. Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
why we was one of the top teams in pace. So yeah,
Yeah.
we need shots. We need to get in that half court game. We need the players that can play in the half court game, and I believe we got some now. But at the same time, we're gonna have be taking the ball away, still getting out in transition, getting
Right.
those easy buckets, making it tougher on the other guys, and I'm all for it.
Yeah. But here go a question for you, man. Willie said, so what would you say is the philosophy of the Hawks? Are they building around Jalen Johnson? But I answer the back part of that. They
Mm,
absolutely are building around Jalen Johnson. They
mm.
just need to find a number two superstar around him to take him to the next level to teach him how to be a superstar. But what you think would be the philosophy of the Hawks?
Well, just to answer that question on the back end as well, I will say that like JJ it's time for him to take the next step. I don't believe that JJ got a fair shake because he took over a team that he would in coming into the season, he didn't know it was going to be his team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was coming in with the I'm the number two with the possibility of one day being the number one if things don't work
Right.
out with Trey. So okay, I'm coming into the season. Yeah, I've just gotten better, but I'm still going to have this all-star point guard to work with. Then the injury happens. Then the Hawks start playing better, and JJ had to start kind of like growing up on the job and taking on more so of a role. This offseason, I'm ready to see what JJ adds to his game, what he improves on, because definitely get better as a defender as well. And I
Right.
want to see how he takes on the role of knowing like this is my team. I gotta be the leader. I gotta help lead these guys. It's not all on me, but let's just be honest, it's on me. I want him to take that ownership and I want to see it. Because if we don't start seeing it in the next let's say 2 seasons, then you gotta start saying, okay, JJ needs his MJ, you know what I'm saying, instead of him needing his Pippin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And to
That's
be
what
honest, I'll be honest with you, man. I wouldn't have no problem with him being a Pippin because I know what I'm gonna get out of him as a second string guy. Sometimes that's just your game. When you talk about rebounding and passing, he reminds you a lot of a Scottie Pippen and not a Jordan.
yeah, I mean,
So
he's
it
like a
makes sense.
forward. But the philosophy though, I believe the Atlanta Hawks, they want to have guys that well, as long as Quinn Snyder is the coach, I believe the Atlanta Hawks want to have spacing. I believe the Atlanta Hawks want to have a lot of athletic guys that can play multiple positions, be very versatile. You hear Anzi Saleh for those who are real Hawks fans. You hear him always use that word optionality, and you want to be able to have that. And then if guys go down, you want to also have that versatility that hey, he can play that position. Hey, we can play this different lineups. Quinn Snyder is almost like a mad scientist, and sometimes I think Quinn Snyder is one of those guys that just too smart for his own good sometimes. He likes to mix and match lineups. He likes to work with the veterans mostly. So you think about this too. He has a lot of veterans. Even though we had just brought on three new rookies, those rookies are going to be brought along, I believe, slowly. Even though it's a lot of perimeter guys, yes, but you think about guys like Kingston Flemings, I think he's going to get an opportunity. Basar, he's going to College Park, and the interesting thing is, what do you do with Zuby Oberfor? So it's just like that's gonna be real interesting. But will he get time like that? Because Quinn normally likes to play his veterans, which is okay. That's your philosophy. I'm not tripping. It just has to work. So I'm looking for guys like Asa Newell to take a step forward now. I'm looking for, you know what I'm saying? I mean, well, I'm looking for Mo G when he comes back because now he has that fracture, which is going to be interesting when he tries to come back as well, like what the rotation is going to be looking like. Regardless, they're looking for size, they're looking for athletic guys, versatile guys, and guys that can get out in transition and run because that's what they want to do. Um,
Right.
Anybody that's a part of the Atlanta Hawks, you got to learn how to shoot the three, or shoot the three better. One thing that the Atlanta Hawks have been able to do is if you come into the Atlanta Hawks organization, normally you get better at shooting your threes normally. I mean, look at DJ. He had career years at the 3 point percentage here. Um, she really everybody look at Onyeka. Onyeka and Konwu really wasn't shooting threes like that, but now look at him now. So it's
Right.
like development is there. You just got to take time. Even JJ wasn't shooting. JJ wasn't a 3 point shooter. He's still really not a 3 point shooter, but he's a better 3 point shooter now.
Right.
He can knock it down, and honestly, there's been times to where he really looks like he knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's getting more and more comfortable. I say March and April, JJ looked the most comfortable he ever did behind the 3 point line. And again, that goes with the development.
Yeah,
So
he fell off in the playoffs, and that's mainly because
his
it
first
just was.
playoff,
Yeah, he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready for that bright light, and that's understandable because he's still 20, what, 24, 25.
24,
But
his
yeah, yeah,
24 with him being the guy.
right.
With,
So yeah,
so even think about this, even when 2021, with that run, JJ wasn't on that team.
right.
So
He was. I think he was still in high school actually.
so I'm like, JJ went on that team. So
No, he was at Duke.
yeah,
He suffered that torn ACL. So yeah, it's tough. Ron said, "What do y'all rank the Atlanta Hawks in the East now since that trade?" That's a great question. Um, since the East has gotten better, you look at Miami getting Giannis, and I still don't understand how him and Bam gonna work together. Cleveland is trying to upgrade their team, and I think they waiting on LeBron to make their next move. Um, oof. I still got to say a top five team because, like we talk about defense, that you asked about the philosophy of Quinn. His philosophy is, playing strong defense, creating transition, and scoring easy buckets. And we know that's not going to happen every night. So they have to go out and get another wing shooter. But I still got to say top five. The way they played last year, I think they can build off of that. And we may not even be done seeing moves like Chris said. It could be one more
something.
somewhere in the back room somewhere. So yeah, I say fifth. What you think?
I mean, I'm gonna go one higher. I could say definitely top six. I mean, even if we were the number 16, that wouldn't hurt my
No
feelings
playing, no
necessarily.
playing.
As long as it's not the play in. I say like 7, 8, 9, 9, 10. I don't want to see those positions for a long time.
Right,
But I will still go top six. I think it's all going to come down to which guys from the previous year takes a step forward. I believe it's going to come down to camaraderie, chemistry, what I'm saying? Everyone acclimated to one another, kind of like learning how to play off of one another, learning each other's tendencies. Like, how quick will all these things come together and gel for the Atlanta Hawks ultimately? Like, will the rookies be able to step up, what I'm saying, when they're
right,
called upon? Um, will you be able to get, what I'm saying, offense out of a lot of these defensive type guys? Like, will Daniels get better this offseason on the offensive end? What is Lou Dort doing on his own to be a better offensive player? You know what I'm saying? It's like all these guys have these questions, you know what I'm saying? What is Nikhil Alexander Walker doing right now? You know, all those things.
That's where I was going with that next question.
Where
Um,
are guys going forward? They have to step
right,
forward.
right, absolutely.
I should.
DBG says, should that number two option be point guard? If so, true floor general or scoring point guard, or a combination of both? Uh, that's an excellent question. But Chris, pretty much the way I'm gonna go with that question,
Mm,
um, it should be a little bit of both. But I
mm,
think what's going to take this team to the next level, if Nall can pick up the way he did last year, as far as scoring and points, defense, creating shots, if he can take it to the next level, we won't have to worry about another superstar because we know exactly what we got now that he got his chance in Atlanta last year. If he can
mm,
take his game to another level, the Hawks win. They win because if they do decide to make a move, that'll get them a third option. But
mm.
as far as the point guard, you got to be able to do a little bit of both. You got to be able to score and be a floor general, and you got to be able to play defense. Something that no, not to Trey Young, something that we knocked him about. But now that we got somebody that can play defense at that position, you got to be able to do a little bit of both to keep this team on a steady track.
Well,
But
if
as far as Nall, he played point guard last year a little bit, but as far as his scoring and his defense taking that to another level, I think we win with that. But go ahead.
yeah, I don't like no. I don't like no that point guard. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't either. I don't either. But I'm just saying he
Yeah,
played a little bit of point last year, but the way he broke out as far as scoring,
yeah, yeah.
I think
He
that
got that green light for sure. Because remember,
right,
Quinn coached him once before when he younger in his career when he
right,
wasn't getting minutes like that. So now
right.
he's a veteran, and you saw what he did with Minnesota. I believe Quinn said, "Hey man, let it fly." That's Quinn's favorite thing to tell a guy, "Let it fly."
Yeah, that's what he says.
You know what I said? So, uh, no, for me, I want Nall just to be a better passer. The
Agreed.
defense is there, the shooting is there, the creativity is there. He just got to be a better passer. I said, what would the lineup be? Well, hold on. Well, first of all, about the question as well for DBG, I think it's got to be a combination of both. And Smitty hit on all the things that we just drafted. He said you got to be a floor general, Kingston Fleming. You got to be a guy who can shoot the ball, even though he struggled just a little bit. You still seen it, the potential of it being there. He just got to get acclimated to the NBA, I believe. So
Yeah,
again, I
just a
say Kingston
transition
Fleming.
thing.
Then you talk about defense, and again, I must say Kingston Flemings because that guy in the summer league had some of the most active hands. When the ball was around there, he was just active. A lot of times he got strips. He took the ball away. You know, he was in the passing lanes. So defense and passing, that was the best things I saw from him.
You were dishing them dimes. Yeah,
And I can take that, you know what I'm saying? And also think about this too, keeping the turn. Now he did have a game to where he did have about 4 to 6 turnovers. Uh,
six.
yeah, it was 6 turnovers, but that was his first one. All the
Right,
other games that he had, he was only giving up maybe
solid.
one turnover, 8 assists, 9 assists, stuff like that. People always used to complain about Trey and his turnovers. So think about this. If you can have a guy that can give you the points and give you, you know, some the passing and stuff like that with less turnovers, like if the normal is a 1 to 2 turnover night for Kingston Flemings, and every now and then he may give you a 4, a 5, or something like that. But out of 82 games, if you have, let's say, 75, 76 games to where it's only one or none compared to a game or two where he's just a little off, you take that all the way to the bank and you cash that.
Right.
So it's like all the three things that you said sounds like Kingston Fleming, but we know Kingston Fleming is a young guy, nowhere near a finished product, hasn't even played an official NBA game yet. So there's going to be growing pains. I'm not expecting him to come in and be, let's say, a Stephon Castle, you know what I'm saying, or even a Dylan Harper. I'm not asking him to do that. Because honestly, Quinn is not going to allow him to do that anyway. But
Right.
honestly, I'm just expecting him to grow. Just let him grow within the system. I say in another couple of seasons, you know what I'm saying, Kingston's gonna be one of those guys that can lead your offense. We never know, maybe next season, because he is gonna be learning behind CJ. And we also have that positionless thing to where we have the positionless ball handling too, Smitty. Think about that too.
Yeah.
It's not just always going to be on Kingston, but maybe we do get back to the point to where we do have
And
a
you
true.
got to remember, Dyson is a natural point guard as well, so you're gonna see him with handling the ball as well.
Yeah, yeah. To me, I like Dyson over Nall playing point guard for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, but even with Dyson, it's like I like him to be a secondary guy. I don't want him to have to necessarily be my primary. But that's again another reason why you draft a guy like Kingston, because if you have Dyson at the two and somebody who can bring the ball up too, but have Kingston who can dish it and can control the tempo, I think it's a good thing. Ultimately, no, I think that's the thing too. They want to have guys that can handle the ball. That's going back to the optionality thing too. So that's why we start to see that, which is another reason why we've talked about the Hawks so much that we barely talked about Zachary Ricochet and his trip to Dallas. Now, that's
Yeah.
one thing that went wrong for Zachary Ricochet. I love Zach. Zach, what I'm saying? I ain't got no gripes against Zach as far as the person. You can't draft. One thing about it is you can't draft yourself. The Atlanta Hawks drafted Zachary Ricochet at number one overall. That's on the Atlanta Hawks, not Zach Ricochet. Now, Zach, his thing is,
I would have took sorry any damn way.
I would have, bro. We talked about that. I still would have took sorry anyway. I don't care what you talking about. But anyway, it goes like we took Zach. Um, in that case, at that time, because nobody knew what Stephon Castle was going to turn into. And Stephon Castle also has openly said that he made sure that he tried to kind of like make sure that he didn't do workouts with certain teams and stuff. He wanted to go to San Antonio anyway, even though he's from here. But regardless, with Zach Ricochet, you didn't ask to be, I said drafted number one overall. You were, but you were drafted number one overall by Landry Fields. You were
Right.
also drafted number one overall to play with Trey Young. And you saw that because all the time. Remember when he had his career night against those Knickerbockers? 38
38
points,
points.
right?
Yeah.
The man only had 11 dribbles. Why? Because Trey was feeding him the ball. Then he got on the heater, and then everybody just started kind of follow suit. Hey, find Zach. He's on fire. He got into rhythm, and he had multiple games where he had 30-point games. But if you look at all those games, Trey had a high number of assists.
But
So
what did Quinn Snyder try to do? Turn him into a catch and shoot guy. That's what his game.
and
That's not his game.
also you having that positionless ball handling thing. Zach ain't the best dribbler.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? He that's not that really he's not the best creator either. He can shoot the ball once he gets in the rhythm, he can knock down a shot. But ultimately, the way that the offense changed and the fact that he couldn't change with it as fast as they like, Anzi Soleil doesn't have time to wait on possible potential. Can you get with the program or not? And it seemed
Right.
like he couldn't. He fell out of rotation, barely played in the playoffs at all. And next thing you know, he has this interview. That was the key last thing. Remember, I told you, Smith, I was like, I wonder if that interview is going to play a part into it too, to where he felt said, I know I deserve to be on the court. I said I was a
Oh,
little
you said
frustrated
you
about this and
you.
that.
I think you said it, and one of my cousins said it. When he
Yeah,
said that, he wrote his own pink slip
it's like it,
because
it feels that way. It really
yeah,
does feel that way. Like that was the final nail in the coffin, and we'll never know. So we
nope.
can. The only thing we can do is just speculate. But that was the last thing on wax
We'll
from
know.
Zach.
We'll know when he gone. Now Trey Young finally spoke out about what happened before he got traded. So you may see some of Zach on down the road.
You
But as
may
far as right now, no. But
mm,
speaking of the starting lineup,
retro
who
was
your
that?
who your starting five?
My starting five is C.J. McCullum, Dyson Daniels, Nikhil Alexander Walker. Even though I really want him to go back to the bench, but I doubt that happened. But Nikhil Alexander Walker, Jalen Johnson, and Yucca Conwood.
I got that same five. I roll with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, you keep what works
yeah.
until
That's the
until
lineup.
some
Hey, that's
until
the lineup that got us on that winning streak, and we were winning
yeah,
games. That's the lineup.
that what
So
works.
I expect them to go into this season with that lineup to see if that can jumpstart us. And we look up, and it would be 30 games into the season, and let's say we have over 20 something wins already, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, that's the formula. Regardless,
Right.
we're gonna say that's the formula.
Let's get it. Say the only thing he worried about is lack of shooting, but defensively we gonna be hell. That's true, and they hoping that defense turn into transition points, and then if that happens and that's a winning recipe, they gonna outrun a lot of teams. The only thing that still
Yeah.
scares me, they just still don't have size in the front court. That's still gonna be the only problem.
You're
When you
going to
don't have,
force teams to try to be fundamentally sound, though, with that, because again, you're going to have guys in the passing lanes, on ball defenders, off ball, all that stuff. So it's just like you look at it, you got point of attack taken care of. You got a lot of perimeter defense, so a lot of guys that can close out and take away some of those threes. A lot of guys that can defend the ball when it's put on the ground. So I mean, the Hawks, they're gonna be a trip on defense for sure. I do feel, well, let's get it saying, because it's just like, and that's why I said guys got to take steps forward, and you got to take chances on development. That's why Dyson
agreed.
has to be a better offensive guy. JJ has to take it up. Null has to. Everyone has to take it up. So you can't stay
But
with
the
the same.
only thing, Chris, the only thing is we see how the NBA tried to really pretty much switch to what San Antonio did. They trying to beat Wemby because if Wemby has one more front court piece, that series goes in another direction. So everybody's upgrading, trying to catch up with Wemby and what the Knicks are doing,
Well, if
and
they
really
would have
get
played
back
Dylan Harper, that series would have went into a
right,
different direction.
right. You got to think about they just going back to fundamental basketball. How did the Spurs win a lot of those titles? Two big men in the front court. So what did New York do? Mitchell Robinson, Cat Towns, they dominated the series pretty much outside of you know who. But yeah, you just got to. That's where the Hawks got to catch up. They've got to get at least another front court presence to go with Onyeka to pretty much push this team to the next level. And Dirty Bird said is Quinn that got to lead the team to the next level. That's yet to be seen because
Mhm.
his style of basketball is kind of old school, but at the same time, it has won championships. So I mean, when they get that big man that they can count on in the middle, I think the whole dynamic changes. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all.
Right. And think about this, even going back to for Dallas, they have Cooper Flag down there. They have Zach. So now you got two first round picks for first overall pick, excuse me. And you got Kyrie Irving coming back. I would not be surprised if you see Zach go to his old style of play with Kyrie, because Kyrie can pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not Jason Kidd or anybody like that, but he can still get people to rock. He's gonna score, and possibly he'll find, what I'm saying, a guy like that, or even Cooper Flag himself. It would probably, what I'm saying, will find Zach and stuff like that. So they have some good young prospects down there in Dallas. It's so crazy because also saw that the Dallas Mavericks were willing to trade Daniel Gafford for Zachary Ricochet,
And
but
we
that
should have took it.
but that never fell through.
We
So
should
the
have took it.
Hawks have now the Hawks have Dort and Nimhard, somebody who had 23 assists in a game. By the way, I wanna throw that out there too. Said he had 23 assists in the game. So he can make plays, and I want to what the Hawks are going to do, because all these guys cannot stay. And that's a good problem to have. The Hawks have some talented guys. Like, think about this. Eventually, I wonder if we're going to see Jacob Toppin. I wonder, what I'm saying, if we're going to start seeing Devon Higgs, what I'm saying, like those guys who were shining in summer league. Are you going to see those guys in College Park trying to develop to come up and get a position on the Hawks or somewhere else? It's going to be interesting. There's a couple of guys that I would keep,
Y'all
including
talked about
CC Cohen. Cohen,
yeah, you got to. But
yeah,
the
develop some
player
big.
the player that I think gonna be the biggest I wouldn't say question mark, but the biggest uh yeah, just the biggest question mark. I would say Ace Newell. If Ace Newell can take his game to the next level this year, that's going to be a big help, especially with Mo G being out 3 to 4 months.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. That was that came out of nowhere because that happened in a workout.
Right.
Him trying to get himself together, and you know something about Mo though. Um, first of
Miss
all,
Stephanie.
love Mo, love Mo.
Yeah.
But
Facts.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Mo is going to have to get uncomfortable. One thing that Mo doesn't like to do, Mo don't like to eat.
Yeah. He eat a lot of kale salad.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, Mo don't like to eat. He gained 10 pounds this past off season. I believe he said about 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying, put it on for muscle. And it's crazy to think, man, he was smaller than what he is now. You know, Mo is going to have to eat. That is his most uncomfortable thing. He does not like to eat a lot of food. He does not like to do it. He said it killed him just to gain those 10 pounds. And I'm like,
What the hell do
Mo,
he be eating there?
I don't know.
Mayonnaise sandwiches? What?
You think
Talk to
about
me.
it because guys have to gain size in the NBA most times because a lot of guys are doing it. You think about Mo going up against like a Jalen Duran all night long. That's not a good night. You know, so Mo, I love Mo, but I need Mo to go ahead and hit that weight room and hit the buffet table a little bit more, man. Like his personality, he deserves to be a little bit bigger anyway, man. Like seriously,
Agreed. Hawks
because
TV say we still need elite rim protectors. Y'all go check out
absolutely,
Hawks TV. Go check out Hawks TV, man. Great content.
absolutely though. I'm with Hawks TV right here, man. Like we still
Yeah,
need
that's
a elite rim protector. We do not have that. Even though I know we took Henry Vasar needs some work. Cohen, who was I think he was undrafted and everything, but even with him, needs some work. So again,
yeah.
that's what I was saying. Develop some bigs down there in College Park and make it happen. But overall, you still don't have like that guy that's going to really like put fear in people's heart. Onyeka is going to give all heart and get and make a lot of plays off of it. Jacques Lindell is an excellent, what I'm saying, the utility guy who can stretch the floor, who's gonna, try to, bang in the inside as well. Physical guy, but ultimately the key word was elite. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what we still need, man.
Retro said
Yeah,
if a devil
yeah,
has to
yeah,
stay
retro.
Dallas, Lively is he can't stay healthy. That's true. And I
Nah,
actually wanted Derek Lively.
I
Absolutely.
did. But that Kobe Buffkin draft, I knew we were going to take Derek Lively, and then all of a sudden here come Dallas. I said,
Yep,
man,
jump
come
right in front of us. Zach in good hands. It's always good to be where you want it, and
on.
that's true.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think Quinn knew that wasn't his guy, and he came over from previous regime. Like we talk about the Falcons, when you inherit certain players that don't fit what you're trying to do, it's hard to get rid of them, and sometimes you just have to let them sit, and that's just not good for the team. That's just bad chemistry, and it is a bad look on the coach. But you should have found a way to utilize his skill set. You should have. If you're a good coach, you can do that.
Yeah, for sure. He
Yeah,
said Mo having that injury could help him gain weight. Yeah, because we're going to have to sit down. You ain't going to be able to walk around like that. You got to sit down.
yeah, I know that, Demond. We know it.
That man
Trust me
said,
with it.
not the mayo sandwiches.
Hey man, Moby, he be if he know me, he eat mayo sandwiches. I
Man,
don't know, but
a
from
bunch
over there
of,
where he come
a bunch
from,
of crystal burgers.
the boy,
Man,
gas city. Yeah, I know
so I
that
don't know
Demond.
what's going on,
Y'all go
man.
check out Hot TV. Demond over there doing his thing, man. He been rocking for a while. He getting them the subs up too, man. So y'all
Mm-hmm.
continue to go over there and help him grow, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hawk Talk TV said he followed Demond too. I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Hawk Talk TV. Shout out to We Talk Hawks
we
TV.
talk
That's
Hawks,
the vault.
right?
Yeah, and that's
Right.
Demond.
That's Demond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, Demond, man. Mike, so everybody over there, man. They be I be it be times to man, like I don't know, like I haven't been able to really like get on with the guys, but I always make sure I show love. Like sure, if
Right.
I'm doing something, I try to put them on and just listen in the background. They all be a trip, in their own way, but everybody has their own thing.
Yeah, he need to eat like bro, man, from the fifth floor.
Yeah, man.
Uh, that's my show, man. That's my show.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man, another great show, man. We've been on almost 2 hours. Wasn't expecting to go this long, but hey, we ain't talked to y'all in about a week. So I mean, sometimes you gotta catch up, man. You gotta catch up. But we
Nah,
might as well go on and run the whole 2 hours, man, because I know it's getting late, and I know y'all got to get up and go to work. But yeah, we can do the whole 2 hours. We won't have to worry about no process.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. There is somebody that's still on the thumbnail, and that is a picture of Jordan, Canada. Now we still talking basketball, but the Atlanta Dream, man, the Atlanta Dream. I was
Oh
working with.
yeah, I forgot about that. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's all good. 'Cause I was working with CBS today, and shout out to CBS, for bringing me on, and working with the Atlanta Dream the last three games that CBS had. So so I appreciate that opportunity. But today, man, checking them out, and the Atlanta Dream, man, they started off and they end up having like a 22-point lead. They built a 22-point lead in the first half, controlled most of the first half, knocking down shots. They would turn them like in the first quarter. It seemed like, man, the Chicago couldn't do nothing right. They were turning the ball over, and in the first quarter, they had like 5 turnovers already. The Dream had nearly 10 assists, if I believe they had right there at 10 assists in the first quarter, moving the ball and able to knock down shots. So again, like I said, built that 22-point lead in the first half, having that high efficiency.
Facts.
The thing that worried me was the fact that we were up about, I think, like 41 to like 22, something like that. Then all of a sudden they just start walking us back down. By halftime, it was 34-49. And I was like, come on, man. So Chicago, they chipped away in the second half, then completely erased the deficit in the fourth quarter. And then it ended up what they ended up having like 30 points, I believe, in that quarter. You look going into the fourth. Then on top of that, Angel Reese gets hurt. And early in the fourth quarter, like her leg buckled on a jump stop or something like that, and then that kind of deflated Atlanta a little bit because everybody got super quiet. Then the play, you could hear a pin drop when Angel got hurt. So, but she did come back to the end of the bench. So, not sure about how long or what's actually wrong with Angel right now. Hopefully it's not going to be anything too long. Last time when she was out, she was able to miss like a game and come right back. But I'm
Mhm.
not sure, what's going to be the stint of the length of this injury. But regardless, getting back to the game, with 9.5 seconds left in the game, Atlanta was up by 3. Then here comes Chicago's undrafted rookie, by the way, Sydney Taylor,
Yeah.
knocking down a clutch three, ice in her veins, tying up the game at 91 up with 5.5 seconds left to go. After that, man, it was so crazy. Rather than, I'm saying, taking a timeout, I'm saying, like that, well, of course it was a timeout, but the Atlanta Dream could have took another timeout. They decided not to. They was like, okay, we're going to run the play. So what happened was Jordan Canada took a handoff from Brianna Jones. I didn't know if Bree was going to shoot it. Now we're looking at the clock now, and the clock is steady winding down. It was only 5.5 seconds. So they inbound the ball. Bree has it. Jordan Canada comes to the ball, receives the handoff, takes a hard drive to the rim. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, there's nobody under the rim. And if she splits the defense, there will be no one at the rim. She was able to split the defense and then go to the rim for the layup. The ball went around like one time and then went down. The place erupted, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For a buzzer beater at the horn, layup for the game by Jordan Canada. They went to review it, and she was able to get the ball out of her hands, and which is another reason why it spent around a little bit because she had to hurry up and kind of put it up. But knocked it down. The Atlanta Dream, they was able to hang on 93-91 after almost, having a catastrophic collapse, and they needed that win. And sometimes you just need games like that to kind of just be like, all right, look, stay focused, stay good. Yeah, we had somebody hurt, but next person up.
Right.
Atlanta, they won the game from the charity stripe as well, shooting 85% from the field. I always love, to knock down the free throws because it's free. So you have that. They went 23 of 27 compared to Chicago being 71%. So still passing, but you'll take the 85 over 71 any
Right.
day. Lastly, the Dream, they did get some bench points, which is very critical because people have been very critical, even myself, of the Dream's bench. And they was able to win 30-20 in that regard too. Shout out to Medina Olcott, first round pick, man, out of South Carolina. Thank you, Miss Dawn Staley. But also she had a late fourth quarter explosion as well. And she honestly is getting more comfortable in her game, I'm saying, as a rookie. They're not still not asking her to do a whole lot, but they are playing her more minutes, getting her confidence up. And I like seeing her out there because she is all hustle. And what I'm saying, and she has a nice touch around the rim, I believe, as well. So, good first round pick, good win by the Atlanta Dream, and still in first place in the East.
Yeah. Dirty Bird said I'm gonna switch it up. One more question. Tougher game for the Falcons outside of the division. Ooh, that's a good question.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say the Ravens. The
Mm.
Ravens always been hard for the Falcons, man. They do. The Ravens always been a tough game for the Falcons, and it's on the road too. And it's on is that game on the road? Don't they play in Baltimore? If they do, oh yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Mm.
And the way the Falcons have struggled with mobile quarterbacks over the last 5 years, oh yeah, that's gonna be a den. Derrick Henry, and they small up the middle of the defensive line. Pause, but yeah, I, I gotta say Baltimore. Definitely Baltimore.
Yeah, nah, I shoot, man. Honestly, that's what I was gonna go with. But let me see. Let's see if I can find something off the wall. I was gonna say Kansas City, but I don't even know what they're gonna be looking like.
Kids say they play at home. Still though, Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
We
yeah, we
we
play.
seen what he did in Tennessee and Jacksonville with them 99-yard touchdown runs. That can happen at any time. Yeah, he's 32, 33 years old, but he's still Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that game scared me a whole lot. Especially playing Green. I think they played Green Bay right before that, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna go off the wall, and y'all may be surprised by this.
I already know you finna go.
Um, Actually, I want to go two different directions, bro. So I'm just gonna say both of them. Um, I want to say Detroit. I want to say
Well,
Detroit.
retro say Detroit too in December.
Yeah, I want to say
Definitely.
Detroit is going to be tough, just because I believe that one. I think we go to Detroit. I think. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah, we
that's
in
probably
Detroit for
gonna
that
be
game.
tough. But regardless, home or away, Detroit is going to be tough. You're going to have the Pay the Man Bowl with Bijan and Gibbs. You're going to have the Pay the Man Bowl, and then, but my second one is actually the Cleveland Browns.
Which I call trap game. Yeah,
You know,
I can see that. Yeah,
Cleveland Browns, because you think about Stefanski, the history with them. You never know. They just may want to come out and just play hard and beat Kevin Stefanski's new team. Also, look at the last 10 years whenever the Browns and the Falcons linked up. Yeah, we fleece them in the off season. We get players from them and stuff like that. But for some strange reason, we have a tough time with the Cleveland Browns. Win-loss
yeah.
record.
The
So,
Browns beat teams like the Steelers, and the Steelers have a top grade defense, and that always puzzles me. But the reason I think the Baltimore game scares me, but since Kevin Stefanski has played the Browns the last 7 years, I'm sorry, the Ravens the last 7 years, it kind of gives me hope.
mm,
But we all know Derrick Henry can go off for 200 yards. Lamar Jackson can go off for 400 yards from scrimmage. It's just that type of it's just that type of game. And
mm,
the crazy thing about it, though, these types of things always happen at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. always. So yeah, I got to go Baltimore at home. And they said we playing in Atlanta. I still don't care. It's still Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
and that defense got better.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a couple of teams. I mean, you could have. I like Pittsburgh as another one too. It's like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there are a lot of tough games on this schedule for real. That's not in the division. That's the thing too. Deke, what's happening, man? What's how you
What's up,
feeling?
Deke? Deke out there in Cali, man. What's good?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I still never forget Deke and his son getting off the plane, getting in the car, and driving straight to training camp.
Man,
Talk about a warrior, man.
Deke dedicated boy. Shout out to Deke. Deke
Yeah,
been
man.
following me a long time, man. Shout out to Deke.
Yeah,
Go
man.
ahead, man.
That's up,
But
man.
yeah, I would say Baltimore, man. That's Lamar Jackson. I don't give a damn who he playing. He just always, even though he don't have good games, sometimes he's still Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, which he doesn't get respect for.
Yeah, man.
We got about 2, 3 more minutes. Y'all drop 1 or 2 more questions, and we got to roll because we got to get up in the morning.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Just going back to the experience with the FIFA thing, that right there, I understand why it is the biggest, might as well say, convention of talent and cultures and everything. Man, I understand why it's the biggest event in the world. People come out there and they are true diehards for their country, true diehards, for the sport, and they really are into it, bro. Going into Mercedes Benz, and I made sure I wanted to be there at the start of the game, so I made sure I was inside. And right there at the start of the game, I just went out and I just looked. I didn't see a seat that didn't have a butt in it. Bro, that plate Mercedes Benz was
Bro,
packed out.
did you see Underground last weekend?
Yeah,
Well, not last weekend, but weekend before last.
bro,
Well, it was
that,
last. It was last weekend when
yeah,
Argentina was still
that,
here.
the
Yeah,
fan fest,
yeah,
all that, bro, flooded with people, flooded. Okay, these people came down here.
yeah. And you love to see it for the city, man. You love to see it for the city.
That's
Bray's gonna hold on and win the division. I absolutely think so. But what they do have to do, they do have to go out and find another pitcher. And Ronald Acuna has to stay healthy. And don't get me wrong, and I keep saying if they trade him, I wouldn't be mad because he served his purpose. Even though I don't think they'll do it, but if they did, I wouldn't be mad. But at the same time, you got to think the injuries starting to mount up, and at some point, it's gonna get to the point, and you paying him 10 years, what $400 million? Come on now, what sense did that make?
yeah, yeah. But I understand why retro acts is that, because the Braves have lost some steam. There was a point in time to where they had the most wins and all that stuff
In the
like
first
that.
50 games, yeah,
Yeah, and my thing is,
first to 50 wins.
that's going to slow down or whatnot. It is what it is. I know the Dodgers, they're at 60 wins. I think the Brewers are over 60 wins, but the Atlanta Braves, they are 57-41, but they're only 3 games ahead of the Phillies now.
Yeah,
Phillies, I
they were
think,
like 10 at first.
yeah. So again, like some of that losing that they had going on, that really did affect them. And you have the
Yeah,
Phillies, who are 3 games behind you. You got the Marlins, who are 6 games, 8 games for the Nationals, and the Mets. They're at 16 games. They ain't worry about that. Hold on. What buddy said? It's over. It's over.
the
And then
Mets need new ownership, man. I hate to say it. They ownership
man,
suck.
yeah.
But yeah, I think if they go get Scuball from Detroit or make a move for what's the kid in Minnesota? who finally staying healthy and got about 20 some home runs. They bring him in, get him a little bit more pop in the bat. Yeah, I can see them holding off Philadelphia. But Philadelphia, one thing about them is it is always rung true. They know just at the right time of the year when to hit that stride. It's never. I mean, I've been watching baseball 30 some years, and it's always been like that. If the Falcon coach doesn't make the same mistakes with clock management and analytics, we should win the close games. Absolutely,
Man, I'm
absolutely.
telling you, I'm with it. Vince,
Do you see? Do you see the team? Do you see the dream finishing with a number three seed going into the playoff? That's for you.
yeah, yeah. I do. I just think that now I understand why you asked that, Mr. Moore. Good name, good last name, by the way. But yeah, I understand why you asked that because the dream have been a kind of like a little seesaw, little roller coaster, topsy turvy. But I believe Carl Sesmo is going to be able to keep these girls in line. I think really, man, we just got to make sure that we're maintaining health. Like we can't be losing, can't be having Bree Jones come back and then we losing Andrew Reese or anything like that. We got to get that chemistry going with those two as well, and starting to run the double big lineup. Right now, Bree Jones is coming off the bench as she should, working her way back up, and she got to get her win back too. Something that I noticed tonight when I was watching too, a couple of times, having to. It was at one point in time, it was a high pace game, and a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I seen, I say there's a times where it's like Bree trying to kind of like catch her breath a little bit, but that is to be expected. She has not played until like this is only her second game, so it's a real thing about you can run on the treadmill, you can run outside. It's different running back and forth on that
Yeah,
court.
stopping and starting back again. Yeah,
Different.
different. Dirty Bird said that's almost like us and the Aints in baseball. Yeah, true.
hmm Yeah, man. Talking about them Phillies.
Yeah,
Yeah. Honestly, I'm trying to think between the Mets and the Phillies. I think it's the Phillies that I don't like the most between
I
those
can't
two.
stand the Phillies, man. Never have. I remember this dude named Charlie Hayes. He wasn't shit till he played the Braves. He played the Braves, motherfucker started hitting home runs and everything.
We have those type of things, man. It's just sometimes it's just like some guys just like when they play your team, it's just like, yeah, I've been waiting for you.
Right, right. But yeah, man, we reached that 2 hour mark, and we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate y'all staying up with us. It's midnight, and Chris, you know what to do.
Tonight is the night.
Goddamn, DJ Quick, come on, take it your way.
Tonight. Oh my bad, man. It says midnight, man. It's a new day. Hey man, it's a new day. Might as well say. So make sure you guys find your peace today. Positive energy always creates elevation, and that's how
Time
you
for
get.
your head to go to sleep.
It is time. It's time to be like, bro. Let me tell you, bro. I have been running on fumes. I feel like all day, but I've been working it work though. I've been making it work. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it do what it do. I'm gonna go get it. But
I feel that.
tomorrow I got a light day, and I do plan on resting a little bit. But you already know something comes up, something pops up, anything like that.
Y'all
Definitely,
gonna see that live pop up.
man. You know how.
Uh, Crazy thing
Oh,
is,
we getting close to training camp. I'm.
I still
We,
think Bijan contract coming soon. I just feel it.
hey man, wouldn't it be something if it drops right on the first day of training camp? Yeah, or
That would be something.
that would be something, wouldn't it? Going
I'm
right
gonna,
into
I'm gonna, hey, I'm gonna just yell out there on the field, hey, loan me $5, and I'm gonna just keep walking.
home if I know you
Can I
got
get
it.
a can I get a chicken sandwich?
Know you got it.
You can't lie. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean another great show, man. We back in business, and we gonna get back to working on the interviews for y'all because we know y'all like them interviews. I get plenty of direct messages about interviews and when the next one. We gonna keep working on it. We gonna keep working on it. But y'all go subscribe to Hawks TV, man. Please go subscribe to Hawks TV. Thank you for stopping through. Truly appreciate it. And Willie, thank you for the donation, my brother. And y'all know how we do it, man. This is your boy Antoine Smith. You'll find me right here, Smitty Sports Machine. I keep giving y'all latest grades in Atlanta sports. Shout out to my boy Tip for sharing the spotlight with me all the time. Find me on Twitter at fatboyslim_21. I'm always over there blowing that thing up, and like my boy Chris said, and like we both said, we can't wait to see y'all in 2 weeks, man. Training camp is 2 weeks from yesterday. Well, 2 weeks from 2 days ago because it's a new day. But yeah, it's 12 days. 12 days, and we will be able to chop it up, take photos, sign autographs, and do all that good stuff. We'll get the laugh and joke with the Chili's, hopefully, because they
For
don't.
12 days to training, camp and training, give me be. Oh, my bad.
Top your head to go to sleep. But yeah, man, like Chris said, you hope you find your peace today, man. And as I always tell y'all, like I told y'all in the beginning, man, keep God first. Please take care of yourself. Because if you don't, nobody else will. For your boy
Absolutely.
Antoine Smith Smith, this your boy. For your boy Chris Moore, this your boy Antoine Smith Smith signing off. For the night, and we gonna holler at y'all later, man.
Peace.
Peace.